What's up, guys? Let's do we need to turn that down some, turn it up some? Maybe right there. Let's see what that does for the lighting. I had it super bright and I couldn't see anything in here. One of the screen printed pilot dolls went out, so I thought I would do another one, but this time do one of the pinup style. And fortunately for me, everything kind of went together on this one. So it actually almost looks like the exact same outfit, and that wasn't specifically planned. The hat matches almost perfectly, the shirt matches, pants would be different, but camera's not picking it up as well. It is just slightly lasered on there. So this is a tie-in leather hand-painted strap that's been lasered. Doesn't show up very strong, but you know it's there, and it's pretty awesome. Matches nicely. So with this one, I went with a green minute insert. Went nicely, matching the pants. I thought, let's do a green build, and I had, I think, a silver style like this and a green one. So I was fortunate to have a green one. Not that the silver wouldn't have gone. Did a set of silver hands in there with the long loom seconds hand. Milled crown, brushed case, small coin bezel. Then did a star engraved caseback as well as a star engraved preview buckle. And that's the build. It came out looking pretty awesome. So bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is on there tight, so it shouldn't move unless you want it to move. It's about right there. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back, so as you're moving, it is moving too, and keeping your watch wound. But before you set your time, before you put it on, you'll want to wind it just a little bit, just to make sure you do not lose time throughout the day. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. You'll notice you're off the threads because you got a little bit of play there, so you know you're not, it's not solid. As soon as you start screwing on, you can tell it's solid. It's moving the whole watch with it. So once you're off, it can be moving by itself. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a turn clockwise as you're looking at it or away from you. Counterclockwise does not wind it, but it is a little bit quicker to wind your watch than these single passes, because I find that as I'm doing this, I start winding it back on the crown tube. So if you do that, you can back it right back off, put a little bit of tension on it, and go right back into winding. So 4 or 5 seconds of that mixed with your rotor movement in the back will keep your time throughout the day. If you do it for another 4 or 5 seconds, you're going to max out your 31-hour plus power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you are done with your winding, or you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click. You can now set your time. Does not have a hacking movement, so that will keep going. And you'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressure on the keyless works. And there's a little bit better view of that dial. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is
3:03 p.m. Push this over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And there is your build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. This is also going to come with a star engraved slider box and Atlas pillow. It's going to come with a few things. You're going to get your watch cleaner. That's good for all glass and metal. So basically everything here in the center, it's non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. You're also going to get a microfiber to use with that. You're also going to have, where's my leather conditioner? Oh yeah, I was using it. I moved some of my stuff downstairs, and I used it before, so opened it up. Had some older baseball mitts that I applied that on. So that is leather conditioner, and that is for this leather strap. If you ever feel that it's not as soft, which you probably won't have that problem with this, but if you ever feel that it's not as soft as it should be, apply it on the front and back, let it soak in, remove any excess. Don't use one of your microfibers. It will use a rag or something like that, something like if you would leather boots or something like that, you know. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It is like Polywatch, and it's for your domed acrylic glass because you can scratch it. But if you do, no worries. You're going to put a tiny bit of that on the dial and buff it out with one of, not sure which one you'll get. These are no longer provided, and I only have a few left, so it just depends on as I move watches if they're going to get the new one that's in blue or the color matching one. But if your scratch is up and down, just go left and right, hazing that scratch, and then buff it out, and it should be gone. If it's still there, wait a little bit and revisit it again. You are essentially just refilling what you scratched out. So that's the build. If it's going to you tonight, congrats. I hope you love it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.